iPhone accessibility, VoiceOver settings.
VoiceOver has all kinds of settings that you can change for it, and the way to make these changes is to go into the Settings app, which is on your home screen.
Settings.
And then go down to General.
Settings. Row 7. Do General. Button. Selected. General. Settings. Back button.
And then go to Accessibility.
About. Stop. Access. Storage. Accessibility. Selected. Accessibility. General. Back button.
And then go to VoiceOver.
Vision. VoiceOver. On. VoiceOver. Accessibility. Back button.
So you can explore around here and find the things that that you find useful. Just to make a couple of points though, if I just go to the first option that's in here.
VoiceOver. On.
Most of the things which are in here I have on or off settings. So you can just double tap to change that setting. Don't do that on the first item. We were going to turn VoiceOver off. There is an item in here though called speaking rate.
Voice tab, double swipe, voice speaking rate, 55%, adjustable.
And the speaking rate is a useful one to know how to change. Obviously, it says it's adjustable, and that means it's got a slider, as you might expect. You can push it one way to increase the rate and push it the other way to decrease the rate. The way that you activate this kind of control is you double tap and hold. That means after the second tap, you leave your finger on the screen, and then there'll be a little noise from VoiceOver. And when that noise happens, you can then move your finger, keeping it on the screen, so drag it to the left or to the right to increase or decrease the speech. So I'm just going to decrease the speech a little bit.
53%, 42%, 35%. Speaking rate. Heading.
And now I'm just going to, well, I'm going to leave it there for a moment, just while I show that because things like the speaking rate might be useful to be able to change very quickly, you might not want to have to come in all this way through this set of menus to get to the option. And so another thing that you can do with some options, not all of them, is add them to the rotor, and then you can use the rotor to get to the option and quickly change it. So I'm just going to flick right until I get to the rotor option.
Use the spread audio rotor button. Select rotor. VoiceOver. Back button.
And then when I go in here, I've basically got a list of things which are selected or not selected. If they're selected, that means they will appear on the rotor, and if they're not selected, it means that they won't appear. So I'm just going to flick right until I get to speaking rate.
Road selected. Characters reorder selected. Word reorder selected. Line reorder speaking rate.
So speaking rate isn't there at the moment, but if I double tap,
selected. Speaking rate.
That's now been selected, which means it's on the rotor, and I can use the rotor straight away to get to that speaking rate.
Edit. Language. Headings. Container. Speaking rate.
And then I can flick up to make it faster.
40%, 45, 50%, 55, 60%.
And flick down to decrease it.
55%.
So that's a quick way of getting to your options and being able to change them. Enjoy.